Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jewel of the West. That is the CommBank Stadium in Western Sydney here. We are here tonight for a top-of-the-table clash. It is second versus seventh. It is the Eels versus the Knights. I am your host for tonight, Jordan Lewis, and I'm joined here by Akka Tank. Akka, we've got an absolute clash here. The Knights need to win in order to challenge for the minor premiership. What are your feelings going into this game?
You're absolutely spot on there, Jordan. The second place Knights need to get a lot of points on the boards to take over the first place Storm because of the points differential. The blue and gold army is here in full voice. The Knights have come to play, but in saying that, Para is ready to respond. This game is set up perfectly. Let's get into the Eels versus the Knights, Jordan.
Absolutely took the words out of my mouth there, mate. As mentioned, the Eels getting a absolute trouncing over the Cowboys, 18-0, and the Knights just getting the deed done over the Penrith Panthers, 22-18. Both teams will be out for blood tonight. It is Josh Pretzel. He will get the party started for us tonight with a big boot down to the just down onto the left-hand side of the ground. It will be Blair Curtin, the little dummy half, getting the run through to the 20-meter line there. They'll go short to the left to Downey. Downey will take about 2 or 3 down with him. It's a good 10-meter run there from the prop forward. Curtin will pass on to Belova. Belova will go on to Jack Jimmy. Jack Jimmy will scoot through. He almost breaks through there, but gets tackled down on the 45-meter line. Third of the set, and they are making meters here today. AMAC, Captain Courageous, will push and push. He'll get past the 50. All of a sudden, this seventh place Eels attack, it's looking like a minor premiership threat. They'll make 48 meters from that set and be tackled just shy of the 40-meter line. Belova, he will a very poor punt there. Looked like he clipped the head of one of his Eels teammates there. And Akka, a very disappointing end to what was a great opening set.
You said it there, Jordan. That one was a bit of a coach killer from Patrick Belova, but the matchup I'm really keen to see here tonight is the lock AMAC against Josh Pretzel. They're SRL veterans, and they both need a good win tonight, so let's see what they can put on for their sides.
Absolutely, and both of them as well being good frenemies of most of the people. Little kick just misplaced.
Oh,
Filippo Gould, he will pick up the spoils. 25 meters out. What a hit on AMAC! That, ladies and gentlemen, is a bone tickler right there. Luke Short, he'll get that one onto Speedman. Speedman, that's an illegal ball strip. There's no challenge on that one, and the Eels will be able to punt out for what was, in effect, a great defensive lockdown for them.
what a great statement from the Knights coming to the Eels home game and putting on a shot on the Eels' respective captain AMAC. What a great start. Oh,
and another one!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there is no love lost between these teams, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you that for a fact. Oh, Simon Hunt, he will take that on the 40. Sorry to interrupt you there again, Hacker.
No problem.
Filippo Gould, he'll take that one in. You can tell we are entertained very early on. This is a great opening stanza from both sides. They really want the win here today. Jack Jimmy, he'll a little dart out from dummy half, but he'll be driven back there about 2 or 3 meters. Doesn't really matter. They have made it to the 20-meter line. Curtin will pass that one on to Belova, and Belova goes for the big bomb. It's a beautiful chase down there, but that will be taken very easily by Josh Hodgkinson, and he'll be dragged down to the 5-meter line there. This is very, very shaky in terms of an attack for the Knights here very early on. Pancake Gamer, he'll take that one. He'll make about 10 meters there as well. Great run from him. Hodgson, he will take a short little one-up play. He'll make about 6 or 7 meters there, but that has really got them sorted out. Plush, he will take that one over the 30-meter line. Fourth of the set, looks like they may be trying to set up for the 40-20. Joey June, she'll take that just north of the 40-meter line. And as we said, they are setting up for it now. Josh Pretzel, the man to do it. He'll get that one punted down. Just did not have the right angle there. And Speedman, he's got the ball, but he'll be taken on the 40-meter line there. Now, Akka, with that kick from Pretzel, do you reckon that there could have been something else he could have done there? Has it come off the side of his boot potentially?
I do believe the respective skipper has gone for the right option. But, as we say, a kick is only as good as its chasers. And with the home crowd here tonight, I think the Knights are doing very well to shut out the noise and just carry on their game plan, as we can see with their defence right now.
The decibel level here is quite loud. These Eels fans want to let Newcastle know that they are in enemy territory, deep in enemy territory. As we speak, Ewan Mayava, he's made a break, but he will be driven. He's been absolutely smashed there in the tackle by Luke Short. There's a great defensive play from the fullback there. Hodgson, he will take the ball at the second of the set, and they'll be taken over onto the 30-metre line. Plush, he'll make another breakthrough, nearly making it to the 40-metre line for that one. It was a great little 10-metre dart. Smith, he'll get the ball. Ewan Mayava again, but again, is dragged off. He'll get the offload to Relmy, though. And Relmy, I do apologise for the last couple of times I've called your team. 6 again, by the way. Last couple of times, not getting that name right. I promise you, I've researched it today. Mayava will be pushed back there. She won't make many more meters. Cameron Smith and a forward pass. That is a letdown, Aka.
What a coach killer. Iron Mayava, they call him in the night shed.
And
he
been
did so
dragged in the
well.
touch.
Oh.
Sorry. It seems like every time we try to get a bit of analysis, something happens there. Ewan Mayava, he's made up for that and dragged them into touch. What a great defensive play from the Knights.
Yeah, like I said, they're just shutting out this home crowd noise and sticking to their game plan, and it's paying dividends.
Absolutely is. They've come here with the game plan. They're sticking to it, which is great to see. It may only be 10 in a strip there. Matt Downey, he's got the ball and he'll gallop a good 5 meters. It is razzle-dazzle football here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We promised you a show, and we have definitely delivered, I would say, early on. Curtin will get that one onto Downey. Downey will get that one onto Gould, and Gould will take that. He'll push through about 3 or 4. He'll get to about 45 meters out for the third of the set. Belova, a little bit of a flat ball pass, and he's been taken. That was a very ordinary play there, I will say. Hayden will get that one on a Short, and Short tries to get it on to Speedman, but he has been well scouted. Great defense here from the Knights, as we have been saying. 20 meters made in that set, and that was not as exciting of an attacking set as you would like to see. AMAC has punted that one down, and that will roll dead.
Great call there from the skipper.
Definitely a great call there, and even better football eyes from the Knights there. I would probably say that AMAC would be probably looking to put a little less power on that one next time. Inside, outside, and a knock on. It's all happening here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I think the pace of the footy that both teams are playing, they're trying to get their respective sides ahead, but they just need to settle down and be patient, and the tries will come.
Wise words there, Aka, wise words. And we can see there was a little bit of a inside play from the Eels, just as you were telling them to settle down and go back to the 1%ers. But still, it absolutely razzle-dazzle football. And they're down on the 10-meter line here. Simon Hunt, he will get there. He's pushing. He'll be taken short. It's 4th of the set. They are meters out here. And what happened there?
Yeah, unfortunately, it just looked like the Eels half just got caught asleep and really making up for that one.
Simon Hunt in the meantime.
Oh my goodness!
What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? If you have been tuning into other sports around the world, you would have seen something similar to this happening in a code called cricket. I don't know what's going on today. This is just absolutely smash dash football at its best. We have a try. The Eels have opened up the scoring account here, and it looks like they'll take the kick. Looks like they might have taken it in about 18 meters out. And Luke Short will be the one to take the goal opportunities here today. We'll see if he can guide this over the black dot. It's a little bit of an angle, a bit of a breeze blowing as well, but he's managed to get it over the dot. And Aka, what an opening stanza. We haven't even got to the opening prop changes.
You said it, Jordan. The home crowd will be stoked with that one. The home side crosses the line first. And at the moment, both teams are going tit for tat. But unfortunately for the Knights, the Eels crack the defense and get the 4 pointers on the board.
They absolutely absolutely have. We had a feeling that the accounts would be open pretty soon. We just did not think it would happen in that fashion, knock on after knock on. And they managed to get the ball very deep into their own territory to start things off. Patrick Belova, he'll get the rundown. He'll take that about 15-metre line. They'll go on the right to Filippo Gould, and Filippo Gould will attract about 2 or 3. Hopefully that's caused some sort of a hole there, and it absolutely has. The markers were not square there. Blair Curtin, he'll get to the 35-metre line. Little double pump from Luke Short, but that is well scouted by the Knights, and they will not let him get more than that. He'll be taken on the 42-metre line. And again, Curtin trying for the little double pump, but that is not attracted the same attention that Luke Shorts did. 47 metres gained from that set, and they will kick that just over their 40-metre line. Hayden has the duties, and he will get that to Hodgkinson. Hodgkinson is dragged down. What an absolute great kick chase return from the Eels. And they'll pass that one to Maiava. Maiava breaks through one, won't break through the second, and the Queen of England will be taken on the 30-metre line, second of the set. They go out to the right, double out play to Pancake Gamer. Pancake Gamer will be taken. He'll take about 2 with him. He'll go to the 40-metre line. The Knights are absolutely still in this, ladies and gentlemen. They are wanting to show that this is not, that this was not what they were going into play, that the 6 points is indeed an anomaly. Tatera Maxwell, he will be taken over the 50-metre line. They've gained 39, but they've pushed deep into enemy territory here. Relmy, he'll get the punt down, and that will go down to Goodwin. And Goodwin, what a tackle. Looks like that might have been a little bit high there, but he's been pushed back. And Akka, like, after an absolutely chaotic opening stanza, it seems like both teams have finally settled into a little bit of a rhythm here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Jordan, I'm really worried about the pace that both teams are playing right now. And it's going to come down to who is going to fatigue first. As we've seen with during the season, that side that fatigues first can really leak points, and that could really change up the SRL ladder, as we know.
Absolutely. Is Maiava very lucky to get away with that one. From up here, it looked like that was a knock-on for all money. But they'll get that one to Joey June, and she will push past the 40-metre line. The 2 girls and the Knights connecting there. Plush will pass it one to Pretzel. Pretzel on to Relmy, and Relmy will go on to Mai again, and Mai will break one, but that is a well-scouted second effort tackle. Plush will get the ball onto Tatera Maxwell. Arson into Rain. He will get not very much further than that. That was a great defensive effort from the Eels there. Joey June, she'll again get the ball, and she'll be taken onto the 40-metre line. The Knights will have to punt deep here. 41 metres from that set is a better answer than last one. Pretzel, he'll get a deep punt down, and that will go straight to Goodwin. And Goodwin breaks one. He's almost broken 2, but he's run into his own player. A little bit of confusion there as the prop rotations happen here. And you can see it almost caused a bit of a knock on there. The Eels maybe waited a little bit longer, maybe until they were a bit deeper into territory before getting the pass on. And one of those props was not expecting the outside pass, and that's Bourbon, but he grabs it not either way. And they'll go on to Jack Jimmy. Jack Jimmy, the vice captain, again, apologies for the confusion the other week. He'll be taken onto the 35-metre line, 4th of the set. The Eels have answered in kind, and it looks like the fitness may be playing out towards the Eels set there. 5th tackle, they'll put up the bomb, and we'll see if the kick chase is there. It is there, but Keane is able to take that one easily. Akka, do you reckon that the Knights may be out on their feet here early?
I have to agree with you there, Jordan. You're absolutely right when you said that the pace of the game and the team that's going to crack first. As I say that, my makes an awesome break.
Great break from the Queen of England. I think she's probably smarting from the last thrashing that Australia put on England there. Sorry, I had to get it in. So, yeah, anyway, as you were saying there, Akka.
Yeah, you did right. It looks like both teams have settled into the rhythm now, but it's just going to come down to who wants it more. And I don't know what Ryan Plush was doing there, but he seems to have towed the ball and has caused a handover right there. Not a good end to finish the set there.
Not a great effort there at all. I think there may have been a bit of miscommunication from the playmakers. Plush may have been hearing Pretzel shout kick, kick, and decided to kick it themselves before running. I can't explain it any other way than that. But either way, very disappointing. A handover on the 50-metre line, not something you want when you're already down. Luke Short with the inside-outside there, but he'll be driven back again. Third tackle, we got 15 minutes left in this first half. They go for the inside-outside again to Bourbon, but again, no meters made. I don't know why they were doing that when there's no hole to exploit there. Barisic, he'll pass that one on to Driscoll. Driscoll will, again, there's an illegal ball strip again. The discipline is letting the Knights down here tonight, Aka.
Wow, I really thought the respective captains would have gone for a captain's challenge there, but unfortunately the Eels get the ball and play resumes.
Potentially they may be leaving that one for a little bit later. They're only down by 6, and 6 is not a very big lead in this funny old game that we have. Bourbon, again, he's getting a lot of early ball for an impact forward, which is great to see there. Curtin, he'll go for a little skirt out himself. He's pushing through. Great strength from the dummy half. And Luke Short, he'll get that. He'll pass that one to Hayden. Hayden is pushing himself. He's trying. He's got white line fever here, but he'll be turned on his back. They'll go upstairs to check this one, but I don't think he's touched this one on the ground.
Great defensive set from the Knights, and how good has Jim Bourbon been for the Eels? He's been really active and proving to his respective captain that he's earned his time on the field.
Absolutely, they say for all bench props that they want to show their captain, like, hey, I can play the full 80 if you need me. So he's absolutely showing great ticker out there, which is great to see. Belova will pass that one on to Hayden. Hayden will get that one on to Bourbon, the man of the hour himself, and that will be a handover. A little disappointing there. You would have liked to have seen the grubber kick go through, but still, they must have thought that Knights defensive line was just looking a little bit weak there. Joey June, she'll be tackled on the 10-metre line. They'll go to the right side to Isaiah Latu. Latu tackled on the 20. He's made a good 10 metres there, which is great. A great effort there. Roll me onto Maimai Maiava, but Maimai's been scouted well. She will push for a couple of post-contact meters, but won't make that much more. Smith, he'll go into Relmy. Relmy will get that one to Ewan Maiava. Ewan pushes through one with a big don't argue, but he's dragged down again in the second effort tackle. Smith, he'll get that one. He's pushing through. Great power from the number 3, and he'll be taken onto the 41-metre line. Relmy with a huge punt down. And that has been well scouted by Luke Short. Luke Short will make a good 20 metres from that run. Great effort from the fullback. He'll be taken on the 30. Curtin trying to catch them napping, but the defence was just onto him there. They've pushed him back. He's made probably 1 metre from that run. Luke Short, he's broken one. It's a foot race, but he's been taken there on the 40, even onto the 35-metre line. It's a great effort from the fullback. Amac, Captain Courageous. I haven't seen much of him tonight, but he's made quite a few post-contact meters himself there. 4th tackle of the set, and they're already on the 20-metre line. Tyler Hayden, he'll be taken there on 18 metres short out. 67 metres gained from that set. What a run by the Eels. Amac, he goes for the grubber, but again, probably a little too deep out. And Cameron Smith, he'll take that one on the 5-metre line. Now, we've only got 10 minutes left in this half. Aka, if you're the captain of either side, what are you telling the troops?
That's a great question, Jordan. And to be honest, I'm letting this one play out with the battle of the number ones. Maimai Maiava versus Luke Short. Maimai being the catalyst of their set previously to this one, gaining awesome meters for their side. And Luke Short with a great answer, getting his side back into the nice red zone.
Absolutely, and you can see why the plan of attack for the Knights tonight has been, where is Maiava, and get it to Maiava. Relmy with the ball, and a little bit of a miscommunication off the play the ball there, but this time, fortunately, no grubber kick, and that one was punted down to the 20. But again, Speedman, he's made great meterage there, and a little bit of miscommunication there as Plush gets the intercept. I don't know what they were looking for there, but they were standing around like stunned mullets. Hodgkinson, he'll take that. He'll push past the 30, second of the set, and this has been the best attacking opportunity that the Knights have had all night, ladies and gentlemen. Joey June, she'll crash over the 20. 3rd tackle of the set. They are making meters now. Plush, he'll go on the out to Mario onto Hodgkinson, and Hodgkinson is there! They're gonna check this. I think they reckon that he's dropped the ball just on the line. But no, that is Absolute textbook, as you would like there, Aka.
Beautiful try there from the Knights, and I hate to say it, but I think another commentator's curse, giving the ball over to the Knights, and as you needed to see for them, they needed to capitalise, and they did so just right then.
Absolutely. Now, both tries tonight have come off of early errors. It's been a bit of a killer for both these teams tonight. Pretzel, he's got his work cut out for him, though, almost onto the touchline there. The man is talented, but we'll see if he can guide it over. As we said, there's a bit of a northwesterly blowing tonight. It's quite heavy. He's pushing it. It's curving in, but it's not done enough, Aka.
Almost Thurston-like there from the respective Knights skipper, but unfortunately, he just pushed it out to the right too much.
Absolutely. He failed to compensate, as they would say. And now it's Luke Short. He hasn't had this opportunity to do this all night. It's been the Knights kicking off most for the other two times. We'll see how he goes here. Again, that northwesterly is blowing a bit. He's decided to go right for the angle there. Relmy will get the ball. Little bit of a stutter start. And again, he'll be taken on the 15-metre line. I believe he thought he might be close to dropping the ball and just trying to readjust the grip there potentially. Cameron Smith gets the offload out to Hodgson, and Hodgson will be taken on the 20-metre line. Potentially, it would have been better for Smith to just take the tackle, you would think. Isaiah Latu now, he'll make about a good 6 or 7 metres from that little run. And the Knights have been locked down in their half very early on. Keane will be pushed back. He's lost a good 5 metres from that run. Fourth tackle of the set, inside-outside to Pancake Gamer, the lock forward. He'll get to the 35-metre line. They have to go for the 40-20 here. Again, that wind is blowing a gale, and Curtin with the intercept off of a very poorly judged kick, potentially trying to compensate again for that wind. Playing havoc on the field here, Aka.
Oh my goodness. The Eels have been handed the ball and they're in great field position. They need to capitalise to get themselves back the lead.
And, well, I mean, they're already in the lead to begin with, 2 points up. But again, you would think just from the momentum swing itself, I wouldn't blame you for saying that they need to get there soon. 3 minutes left on the clock. This may be the last chance the Eels have for this half to be down this far, 32 metres. They'll go for the grubber kick, and it's been very well scouted by Relmy, but Relmy has also been very well scouted by that Eels defence. They want to lock them up, make sure that the Knights are not able to get any points on the board. Poor pass there, but Joey June, she's able to collect that one. She'll take that one to the 15-metre line. Potentially just not communicating out here, Aka.
Yeah, just too much on that kick there. Relmy did an awesome job to get the Knights out of their red zone, but the Eels really need to pinpoint their kicks and their chases as well.
Absolutely. My Maeva, the Queen of England, she will make a good 10 metres from that one. For what was very early on a very disappointing start to the set for the Knights, it's come alive. But as I say that, okay, Pretzel, I know that you're listening to this post recording there, mate. Maybe invest in some new boots. I don't know what else to say because that's two very bad kicks from the captain in a row here, Aka.
New boots or new kicking license there, Jordan? I hate to say it, but yeah, spot on there with that one, mate.
As we said that, I think he might have been listening in because he's just taken a steal there for the Eels and given them a second shot. Ryan Plush, he'll get over the 50. It's been rare ground this for the Knights. They've third tackle of the set and they're already at the opposition's 40. Smith, he'll be dragged back though. He's lost about 3 metres in that set. We've got 40 seconds left on the clock. And you'd think that this may be all she wrote for the Knights in this set. Fifth tackle, this will be it. Unless they're able to get a miracle kickoff. They'll go to Relmy for just that miracle. He's punted that one down, but it's caught easily by Ethan Goodwin. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be halftime. And welcome back to CommBank Stadium for what is a absolutely bizarre game. If we had a player here called Jojo, we'd be calling it Jojo's Bizarre Adventure for a reason. Now, Aka, we had a look at the stats, and it was fairly even across the park. I think that absolutely complements the score there.
You're dead right there, Jordan. 50-50 across the board. 5 to 6, 5 errors to the Knights, 6 to the Eels. Missed tackles are pretty much virtually identical. 400 50 plus meters for each side. That's been the tale of the tape so far.
Absolutely. And as we were saying, that the error count was just absolutely off the chart for what was basically only a half of football, which was to be expected there. Pretzel, he's gotten the ball on the 45-meter line there for that. That will be the fourth tackle off this set. They've really marched up the field here today. Pancake Gamer, he'll get that one. He'll cross over the 50-meter line. That is a great response from the Knights here today for that attack. Seems like there was some words said in the shed there. Is Pretzel with another miss kick, and Speedman, he breaks too. Oh, Josh, mate, look, if you want to borrow Aaron's boots for a second, like, I can ask him, mate. It's all good. Blair Curtin, he'll get that one through. He'll get to the 35-meter line there. AMAC, again, a man who's been quite quiet according to the stats. He'll get a good 10 meters out of that one. Jack Jimmy, the vice captain, again, getting the offload onto Driscoll. They'll be taking just maybe a meter more there. He'll be taken on the 20-meter line. Little dart from Curtin again, and Curtin has been absolutely everywhere from this Eels attack. The only one who's been close to cracking 100 meters in that first half. Little bit of a hospital pass there, and that's gone on to Patrick Belova, who I don't think was expecting the kick. Tack back there, that's gone to Short, and Short is over! Luke Short, we were talking about the battle of the fullbacks. The fullback from Parramatta was quite quiet, but he has put his foot down on this one, and he has answered with authority here, Akka.
Oh my goodness. Luke Short, the man at the right place at the right time. A tap back there, and now it's paid dividends. The Eels are in front, 10-4. We've got ourselves a game here, Jordan.
We absolutely do. And you can see there's a couple of Knights fans who've made their way down the highway. They're looking quite stunned for a team that was almost drowning out the Eels, I would say, at a point in the game. They've gone quiet here, Akka. Well, Knights fans, if you are listening, trust me, the game is not done yet. You've still got plenty of football left in this one, as Pretzel will take the kickoff, a duty he's known all too well tonight. He'll get that one down. Again, that northwesterly is still blistering down there a little bit. There's a bit of a threat of rain that we've been told. He's punted that one down the middle, and that wind has forced that one to not even go past the 10-meter line there. Now, Aki, you managed to get into the sheds at halftime. What was the general mood from both sides?
Yeah, both positive vibes from both sheds. From the Eels side, respective skipper has just told the boys, stick to the shape, trust the process, and the points will come. Nothing fancy, just para 40. Going back to the Knights, all they were told was build pressure, eventually they'll crack, stay patient, and keep turning them around.
And those are some sage words from both captains there, if I've ever heard them. Filippo Gould, he'll grab that one. And again, a little bit of a hospital pass there. Lucky not to drop it, but he must have gecko grip or something. Tyler Hayden, he's punted that one down. They'll go past the 10-meter line. Ewan Mayava, hasn't he been a standout for the Knights today? He'll make 20 meters from that one. Good little start to the set there. And Ryan Plash, he'll break through. Won't get past to the 30-meter line, though. Second of the set. Little bit of a double pump there from Bailey Munro-Jones, but they saw it coming. His poker face was not that great. Ewan Mayava, again, they've scouted him. And they've all of a sudden, for what was a great start to the set, this Knights outfit has been absolutely locked down here. Oh, Plush, he's lucky not to be dragged into touch. He'll get past the 40-meter line, and they will be setting up for the 40-20 here. Pancake Gamer, he's booted that one. That was a great little punt. Just did not have the right angle. And Luke Short, the man who has gotten this Eels outfit the much-needed try, he'll even draw in the penalty. That's an absolute coach killer. And you can see Pretzel, he's reading them the riot act here, Akka.
What a take there from Luke Short, just by his fingertips, and he's got us over a great field position. So let's see what they can do from here. They really need to capitalize, and really, I think one or two more tries will put this game away from them and cause a great upset on the SRL table there, Jordan.
As you say that, Ethan Goodwin dragged into touch. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the term commentator's curse, it gets thrown around a lot these days, but I think we can all agree that that is a textbook example. Bailey Munro-Jones, he'll get past the 50 for the first of the night set. And the Knights need to respond here. They need to score a try if they want any chance of putting this excitable Eels team down for the rest. Hodgson, he'll push through. He'll get to the 30-metre line. They're making about 10 metres per hit so far. And then, just as I say that, Tatera Maxwell makes about 5 metres. Pancake again trying to inject himself the lock forward, and he'll make a good 10 from that one, bring him to the 15-metre line. A bit more respectable end to that set. This 5th tackle. They have to go for the kick here. Pretzel, he's been off on the boot all night, but he's put that one in, and just a little too much weight on that one, Akka.
Great take there from Speedman. I think Pretzel was a little bit under pressure there, but at this point of the game, it really is make or break. You need to perform under those circumstances.
You absolutely do. Speedman, lucky to stay in again there. The Knights seem to love dragging the Eels out tonight, it feels. Tyler Hayden, he'll get that one on, and he'll look to pass on to his left, but no one on, or at least in any position that they could have caught that, decides to opt for the tackle himself instead. Usher, he's come on tonight, and he will be taken onto the 40-metre line. As we were mentioning Usher on for O'Coxie earlier, Tyler Hayden, he'll be taken over the 45-metre line. Again, it was an amazing opening stanza for the Eels, but the Knights have just managed to lock them down. Potentially, they might be going back to those one-on-one plays, which they should be doing if they want any semblance of an attack to happen here. Hayden will punt that one down to Hodgkinson. Hodgkinson barely belts through one, but he's being belted back in the tackle. He'll make it to the just over the 20-metre line. They'll go on the right to Kamaloa. Kamaloa into Indurain. Indurain will go past the 30, taken down by 2 there, and a held in tackle again. The Knights have drawn another penalty here tonight.
Oh my goodness, you're absolutely spot on there, Jordan. While the Knights are making all their one-on-one tackles, that means the Eels are just doing 1-up 40, and it's not causing them any dividends right now.
Well, we do know from this season, the Eels are absolutely expansion football perfectionists. They know how to play a good expansive game. If you get them locked down like this, they do tend to struggle a little bit. Pretzel will get that one onto Mayava. Mayava will get that one onto Relmy. A bit of an odd, ugly duckling pass there, but they've managed to come up with the football still. Pancake Gamer, he will take that and will be pushed down to the 35-metre line. 4th tackle. They need to come up with something here. Tatera Maxwell, may he be the person to do it? He won't, but he will drag in about 3 defenders. And that may set them up well for a good kick and run. Pretzel, another very big bomb for what was in the middle of the field there. Bailey Munro-Johns deciding to take that one instead of tap it back. A bit of a mistake there, I feel, from the Knights hack.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Munro-Johns had the right idea with a great kick chase, but just couldn't get the ball off and couldn't execute. So the Eels have a lot of work to do right now. As we say there, Ethan Goodwin streaks down the sideline and get some good meters there.
Ethan Goodwin, Matt. So you have been everywhere for this Eels outfit. A little bit quiet in the first half, but he's come alive tonight in the second. The Eels, they are trying to put this one to the death. They want to show that they belong in this top 8. They want to show that they belong in the conversation for inaugural premiers this season. 54 metres gained from that set. Luke Shaw will get that one onto Hayden, and Hayden will punt it down long. That'll be taken by Hodgkinson. Hodgkinson tried to shimmy, but he's been pushed back in a 2-man tackle. Great effort from the Eels tonight. They'll get the one on the right to Kamaloa. Kamaloa, he'll get that past the 20. He's not made much meterage there. Indurain, he's gone through, and again, well scouted by the Eels defense there. Plush with a little dart. He just caught markers off there. He's managed to get past the 40-metre line. This is about what you would expect. Pretzel, he's gone for the 40-20, an early one at that, but Luke Short had that one well scouted, dancing through one, but he'll be taken down by 3 more on the 30-metre line. It was a good effort from the captain there. Definitely made up for some very ordinary kicks early on. But again, this Eels outfit just knew exactly where he was going to be and what he was going to do. Filippo Gould, a little double play out to Jack Jimmy. He'll be taken short of the 50-metre line. This Eels outfit are baying for it. They're out for blood. Inside, outside. Weird pass there. No one wanted it, but Luke Short finally decided to say, you know what? If you're not taking it, I will. He gets to the 40-metre line there. 4th tackle of the set. Hayden, a little bit of a disappointing run there. He'll be pushed back even about 1 metre. And they'll get that one on to Amac. Amac will pass out to Belova, and Belova was not expecting that one. Oh, again, actually, no, that's the 6 again. Sorry, I did not notice that. Luke Short's broken through one. He's broken, he's there! He's got it! It is the Luke Short show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What a try from the fullback.
What a beautiful try there from Luke Short. He's put his hand up, got his side of respective, another 6 again, and has capitalised on the Knights error there with another 4-pointer.
Absolutely has, and that is a double. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Luke Short tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if he gets this one over the dot. A man of that talent, he'll get that one easy from right in front. All of a sudden, 18 plays for the Newcastle Knights. The last couple of games have been looking a little bit shaky. Shock loss to the Tigers and just barely getting past the Penrith Panthers. For a team that is that far up in number 2, that is not the kind of response you want. And potentially the Eels have shown just the few weaknesses in this Newcastle Knights outfit to exploit for the rest of the competition here, Aka.
You're exactly right there, Jordan, and that's the kind of advantage playing at home gives you. If you were to tune in right now, you'd never guess that this was second playing 7th. They're both playing like a top 4 side right now, but we've still got 19 minutes to go. It's going to come down to who wants this game more.
Absolutely is, and this competition itself has been very tight. We were having a look earlier on, and I believe it's something that the difference between first and last is 3 wins. So that has to show you how tight this entire competition has been. And the Eels, they want to show, as I've mentioned, that they belong in the conversation at the end of the season. 34 metres gained from that set. There's a better defensive effort from the Knights. A very poor kick from Belova, and that will get to the 40 metres. That will get to Mayava. Mayava, she's gone and made herself 20 metres in that run. Fantastic effort from the Queen of England. Kamealoa, he'll get that one, and he'll drag in about 4 defenders. He'll be taken short of his 40-metre line there. Plush, not sure what was happening. Maybe trying to go for the tell them there's a penalty and see if they believe it play, but he was scattered there. And Munro Johns, will be pushed back about 5 metres in that tackle there as well. Plush trying it again, this time paying off a little bit more. He'll make a good 15 metres run there. And they will be taken 5th of the set, 23 out. Pretzel, he attracts the accidental offside. That was a very sneaky play there from the captain. Oh, no, sorry, that's gone to the Eels.
Wow.
That is a stunner there. We thought maybe perhaps that the referee was calling that for the Eels, as they have been known to do that more towards the defensive side in this competition so far. But no, they've called that one in favour of the Eels. That is a letdown there if you are a Knights fan, Aka.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jordan. And for the Knights, they were doing great when they were getting the ball through the hands to Mai, Pretzel, and Realme. But at the dummy half runs, it seems to be stopping their play, and I don't think it's the right option for them, especially with 16 minutes to go.
Absolutely. They need to start doing the more one-on-one plays and just getting that 1%er right. Maybe throwing the ball down a little bit if you see Mai in space. Or Relmy, as I will just quickly correct you there.
I thought there.
That's all good. So Relmy there, he's been an absolute standout for this Knights outfit. You got 15 minutes left on the clock. Of course, it is 12 points the difference. It's not impossible. 14 points the difference. It's not impossible, but you need to be scoring at a point a minute. And right now, I just don't see this Knights outfit doing that.
I have to agree with you there, Jordan. I think Amex really put his foot down in the halftime sheds, and since we've come back from the first half, the Eels have put everything onto the field.
Relmy, I feel very, very sad for you there, sir. That was obviously a very mistimed kick. You can see just on the reflection of the lens there is a bit of dew that's starting to come down. And of course, that wind has been playing a bit of havoc all game. And Akara, I think we can chalk that one up to the wind.
Yeah, I know Ralmy would like to chalk that one, mate, but as you know, pressure makes diamonds, and unfortunately for Ralmy, that one didn't pay off for him. Now the Eels are in a great field position.
Absolutely are. We could be potentially looking at, who knows, maybe 24-4. We've got to see if this Eels attack is able to just exploit the holes in the Knights' defensive line. They've bunched up around the middle there. You can see they've absolutely scattered Luke Short on that one. 12 meters made in that set, so good defensive effort from the Knights. But again, potentially too little too late. A poor kick there. Joey June will be able to take that one off. And she will be tackled there about 23 meters out. Plush will get that one onto Indurain. Indurain will be taken and he'll be pushed back himself. These Knights, they're just not making the meters where they need to be. Cameron Smith, he'll take that one through and he'll be taken onto the 35-meter line. A little bit of a shining light there in what has been a very dour set for the Knights. Kamea Loa, he'll make another one and just make it past the 40-meter line. Pretzel, he's decided he needs to go for the 40-20, but he just did not have the power on that one. Luke Short, he's raced that one. He's gone to the 50-meter line almost, Acker.
Yeah, you said it, Jordan. A little bit too little, too late for the Knights. They've noticed the danger man for the Eels is the number one, Luke Short, and decided to cramp on him. But as you can see, with 11 minutes left, I think the 40 IQ was just a bit too slow to get to that idea.
Exactly right. In particular, we've seen the damage that Luke Short can do if he's given the space. Ideally, the Knights, if they are watching this back, what they would want to do. 6 again for just being a bit slow in the ruck there. And not what they want. Speedman, he'll push through, but he'll be taken down there. As I was saying, if the Knights are looking this one back for their next game, they want to probably scout the danger men just a little bit sooner than they have. And just make sure that the game plan is there to shut them down. You don't want to give them any space, as Luke Short has proven today. Space is dangerous for those people. Filippo Gould, he'll get that one on the 20-meter line, fourth of the set. And they'll go off to the left-hand side. Matt Downey will get that one to O'Coxie. O'Coxie, he's just come back on an illegal ball strip. Again, it is the defensive, not the defensive, it's the discipline that's just been letting these Knights down. And we can see Luke Short, he wants to add a little bit of insult to injury and just go for the two-pointer here, Acker.
I really thought the Knights would have put in a captain's challenge for that one, considering the scoreline right now. But there may be some other calls from upstairs that the respective skipper is sticking to. But I thought that would have been a good time to use it.
I think potentially, mate, he might have just been a bit distracted. Again, he's been absolutely trying to command the troops out there. And all I got to say is that, I respect his effort there, because it is something that is very hard to do when you're this far down. Lord knows I know that. But at this time, 8 minutes left in the half. Stuff it. Use your challenge. If it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's absolutely something they can gamble with at this point. Now, as we mentioned here, Acker, we've got about 7 minutes left in the half. Of course, now we come to think about next week. Now, the Newcastle Knights, they travel down to Melbourne, mighty Melbourne. They've been up in that top spot for a while now. And of course, the Parramatta Eels will be taking on I'm just having a look through here. Parramatta will be taking on North Queensland in North Queensland. What do you do if you're the captain of either side here going into next week for preparation? Oh, as we see a captain's challenge here, and that one was successful. They finally took note from us.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Jordan. They took the words out of my mouth and made me eat them. The respective skipper pulled it out at the right time and got himself a successful call there. I take everything I take what I said back, and kudos to the skipper there.
Absolutely. Now, as we were mentioning, the Knights obviously taking on the Storm. Parramatta will be travelling up to North Queensland to take on the lowly Cowboys. How do you prepare for that as a captain of either side?
With 6 minutes to go, I think what the Knights need to do is go back to the drawing board and just go back to playing Knights footy. The Storm are also coming off a loss, so they're both teams are going to be hungry to the Storm respectively want to stay at the top of the table with their points differential. And as for the Eels, if they play anything like they are tonight, I believe they'll have a lot of success next week.
Absolutely should do. This, like I said, this Eels outfit, the Electric Eels, we like to call them, they've been absolutely on song. As you can see, they had the ball down on their own defensive line and they've managed to march it up quite a fair bit there. Unlucky to not get past the 40-meter line, as we see Filippo Gould now with a break, and he'll be driven down onto the 42-meter line there. Now, this has been just one of the games, like one of the games of the season, I'll say that. Probably definitely one to remember at the very least. The Eels making 50 metres on that set. Good little run from them. And Tyler Hayden will punt that one down. That'll get onto Hodgkinson. Hodgkinson trying to get a little shimmy, a little break. Does not fool the defensive line, though. 3 minutes left in the set. We'll see if potentially the Knights can send their fans home at least a little bit happy with a consolation try. Maybe make the scoreline a little bit more respectable than 20-4. Plush, little. Oh, he's been drilled. What a hit there. Now Pretzel trying the little double pump himself. He's not used to being in that hooker roll, but he's been driven back himself. Now Keane has to take the kick, and great effort, but probably not the kind of not the right angle you would like there, Aka.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Jordan, since the second half has started, the Eels have come back like a fine wine. They're just getting better with time. And they're not doing anything out of the ordinary. They're just sticking to their game plan. And 16 points the difference. I think with 2 minutes to go, they've put this one in the bag and can take this one home.
They absolutely have. And you can see the Parramatta faithful, they're already up and waving their flags and singing the song. The Knights fans, well, they have left early. There's nothing more I can say to that. We can see bare patches where there was once blue and red. They've left early to beat the traffic home, I believe. Luke Short, he'll take that one onto the 40-meter line. Blair Curtin now with a little dart out himself. Hasn't he been everywhere, the little hooker? 30 meters made from that one. The Tyler Hayden, he'll drill that down to the 10-meter line again to Hodgkinson. They've been targeting him all day. Hodgkinson now with a break for the few remaining faithful, but he'll be taken there just short of the 40-meter line. There's a great little run from the Knights. Pretzel trying to go up the skirt there, but again has been dragged down by 3. He's lucky that he was able to push himself further infield. Hodgkinson will get that one to Indurain. Indurain with a big break. Indurain will almost get that, but he'll be taken down on the 20-meter line. Third tackle of the set, 20 seconds left. It's now or never for that a crucial consolation try to potentially gussy up the for and against. Plush, he'll try to push that one through, but he'll be taken. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is full time. The Parramatta Eels, 20, defeated the Newcastle Knights 4. Not a result anyone was thinking of here, Aka.
You're spot on with that one there, Jordan. And as you can see, the Parramatta boys are ecstatic. As for the Knights, sometimes being at the top of the table can give you a false sense of security, and I think they just underestimated the blue and gold tonight.
They absolutely have. As we mentioned, there really isn't a lot between first and last in this season, only a couple of wins between them. Now, Luke Short, of course, absolute man of the match performance in my opinion there. 2 tries, 292 metres gained, 4 line breaks. We'll look at the team stats before we get into the nitty-gritty of it all. Of course, Luke Short with those 2 tries. Simon Hunt with the opener there for them as well. Jareem Hodgkinson getting the sole try for the Knights. Conversions, all 3 by Luke Short, none by Josh Pretzel. And, of course, the penalty kick in the 72nd minute by Luke Short. 55% possession, played 45. And as we can see, it looks like it may very well have been the errors and the missed tackles that really let this Newcastle Knights side down here, Aka.
Yeah, 10 errors to 9. I'd say the only difference with that one error is the execution. The Eels executed when they needed to, and of course, as you can see by the scoreline, it paid dividends for them.
Absolutely did. And I forgot to mention there as well, the penalties conceded 4-1. It is, like we said, it's been discipline that's been really letting this Knights team down. As we've said, that we'll go into the individual stats here. We'll see exactly what's gone through. Filippo Gould making 103 running meters for the Knights. For the Eels, I should say. Sorry, it's been a weird night, ladies and gentlemen. Filippo Gould making 103 running meters from lock forward. That is not a bad effort at all. 10 tackles, none missed for 1 tackle bust and 1 line bust. That's a great little effort from him there. As we can see, Tyler Hayden making 150 running meters there himself. 13 passes, 20 tackles, and 9 kicks for 330 meters. That is an excellent effort there from him. Patrick Belova as well, making about 136 running meters himself with 14 tackles for none missed. 3 kicks only for 76 meters though, and however, getting 1 try assist there as well. But of course, I want to go down here. I want to see Luke Short, the man of the hour. We mentioned him before. 292 run meters, 15 passes, 9 tackles, only 1 miss. That is phenomenal from a fullback. 4 line breaks. One, of course, the 1 error letting him down a little bit, but the 2 tries, 3 conversions, and 1 penalty goal here, Aka. You can't ask for more from a fullback, as you would well know.
Yeah, absolutely right there, Jordan. But in saying that, this team is full of unsung heroes. And as we go down to Blair Curtin, 80 minutes, 200 run meters, 24 tackles, an amazing effort from the number 9 there.
Fantastic effort there. A little bit belied by the 5 missed tackles, but again, those were mostly from gain tackles where he was dropping up to try and get that little strip happening. Can't blame him for that one. As we'll go across now to the Knights. And Dream Hodgkinson, again, in that second half, felt like he was everywhere. 121 meters run, 5 tackles for 2 line busts and 1 try. Fantastic effort from the winger there. Another one that I do want to highlight here is we'll go to Rossi Plush. Rossi obviously making 141 running meters out of dummy half. Seemed like he was really trying to get things started there. My Ava, we were having a look at her stats earlier in the first half. She was the one that was closest to making 100 running meters for the Knights, and she seems to have just fallen off in that second half here, Aka.
Yeah, you said it there, Jordan. As I said from the halftime sheds, the Eels really nailed in on their defense and shut down the Knights' key players. And as you can see, my Mayava, only 3 line breaks in 80 minutes. It's not that she wasn't involved, it's just that the Eels defense knew who to jam in on, and it shows in these stats right here.
Absolutely. We were talking about scouting your danger men. My other, she's the danger woman for the Knights, of course. And as we said, phenomenal first half from her, but just very quiet in that second half and was just shut down by what was an effective Eels defense there. Now, Josh Pretzel, we were talking about his kicks all night. Now, 142 run meters, nothing to sneeze at there for a half. 17 passes, 12 tackles, 2 missed. So very, very competent in defense. 9 kicks for 244 meters, and of course the 1 error and the 1 penalty there as well. You would think if a couple of those kicks just came off at the right side of the boot and there wasn't that wind causing havoc on the field, could potentially be looking at 300 kicking meters there.
Yeah, you said it, Jordan. The respective skipper, Josh Pretzel, he wears his heart on his sleeve, and he really does play out of his skin for his side. I mean, the stats, they don't show the tail of the tape, but Josh Pretzel, he really did step up for the Knights, and unfortunately, it just didn't come their way tonight.
Absolutely didn't. And of course, we'll also talk about Alex Relmy there as well, just before we head off. 140 meters run there for Alex. Of course, the 14 tackles, only 2 missed again. Great defensive effort. 5 kicks for 169 meters and the 1 error. Alex was absolutely everywhere for the Knights when they needed him. And as you mentioned, unfortunately, it didn't come up. But that is the kind of passion, that is the kind of heart that you want from a half there, Aka.
Yeah, that's right, Jordan. And as you can see from these stats across the Knights, everyone did their job and they stepped up. The stats are all currently spread out, but that shows how good the defensive Eels were tonight and managed to shut everyone down in this Knight side.
That's absolutely right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to quickly, before we head off, say thank you for joining us here tonight. It's been one of the weird games of the season, and I know that I've been thoroughly entertained. Aka, I'm sure you've been thoroughly entertained. I hope you lot at home have been entertained here as well. I've been Jordan Lewis. He's been Aka Tank. This has been the Knights versus the Eels. Thank you very much, and good night.